Hi everybody, Mary Alice here. There's been some discussion about creating your FCM files or your SVG files using Essentials or Embrilliance Essentials. I happen to have Embrilliance Essentials and Enthusiast, but I don't believe there's any difference in just using the Essentials. It has to be the paid version, I understand, not necessarily will it work with the free demo version. What we've got here is an embroidery applique design that was in the Viking format, the HUS format. I want to show that it doesn't have to be anything to do with the PES or Brother format, and it doesn't have anything to do with the colors being applique position or applique material. That caveat is only if you are using a PES embroidery applique design in the 550 or 650 ScanNCut machines. Then you have to be concerned with the colors, the color code of Brother's applique material and which stitches that color code is assigned to. You can see on this applique here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, I believe. We've got bread, tomato, cheese, lettuce, and another slice of bread. And if we want to look at what this all is here, we can go over here to the plus in our objects window, and as we scroll down or click down, we've got applique position, and that shows you the piece that will be used to create the applique for the bottom piece of bread. The light blue, we would of course use a different color. This is a Viking design, and Vikings designs in the transmittal process from one software program to another sometimes loses its color and chooses other colors for some reason. But this, where it says light blue, would be a light tan perhaps to do the satin stitches around the piece of bread. And then we've got another one here that is says leaf green, but actually it's the applique part of the tomato that will be used to create that applique, SVG or FCM. Red is the finishing stitches for that slice of tomato, and light red is to show some of the pulp inside the tomato. And as we go on down, you can see there's the cheese, there's the stitches for the cheese, then there's the lettuce, and then the stitches for the lettuce, and then the top piece of bread. So what we want to do is cut all of those pieces out of our fabric so that we can have the appliques for these 5 pieces for this design. Now, instead of having to do this process 5 times, you can do it all at one time in Embrilliance. What we're going to do is select the applique position for the bread and hold down the control key and select the applique position for the tomato. Scroll down, applique position for the cheese, scroll down, applique position here for the lettuce, and then the applique position for the top slice of bread. And you can see they're all different colors: moss green, fuchsia, yellow, etc. What we're going to do is change these colors here to one color, and we will choose, just so that it's easier to see and not used anywhere else, let's change it to this bright orange or vermilion. It's Brother's color number 30, vermilion. So now they're all vermilion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got all the applique positioning stitches, all one color. So I select that and go up here to the applique, and because I use this all the time, it already says applique position. It usually, for the first time or so you use it, it'll say not applique or anything, but you want it to say applique position. And you can move this over and click on simulated, and you can see what's actually applique. It fills it with kind of the color fabric that you have assigned the color to over in the properties window. So these are the things that will be cut from your fabric. And then instead of clicking save here, we will click save all. Do make sure that you have set the inflate property to what you prefer it to be. I usually use 1.5 to somewhere to 2. This time I've got it set on 1.9. So I'm going to click select all. Or excuse me, save all. And then click OK. Oh, there we go. So this is not a Dalco Christmas design. This is a Dalco junk food design. So I'm going here to junk food. And I'm going to name this Sandwich Applique. And I've got it as an FCM. And I can also save all, but this time save it as an SVG and save that. And now that they're saved, we can click OK. Now I'm going to go into, first I'm going to go into Canvas, click New, bring in the SVG or the FCM, choose File, and I need to go to my embroidery designs, to my appliques, to Dalco, junk food. And there's a picture of the sandwich. There's the actual HUS. And right here we've got Sandwich Appliques.FCM and Sandwich Appliques.SVG. So I'm going to open that one first. And there you have all the applique pieces that you need. They're stacked on top of each other just like they would have been for the applique design. We don't want to do them that way because we want the bread cut out of probably a white or a light beige and the lettuce out of green. So I'm going to select that, right click and ungroup it. Then I can move the two bread pieces over so they can be cut at the same time out of the light beige. This is the lettuce. I'll put it over here so I can put my green fabric over here. This is the cheese. I could put my strip of yellow or orange fabric there. And this is the tomato. I might put my red fabric down here. And then I can just save this in my projects here if I want to, give it a name and save it in my projects, or I can download it to my hard drive or to my thumb drive and be ready to take it to my ScanNCut. I can also send it, of course, through the cloud, through the Wi-Fi to my machine if I was ready to cut it. Now that was the FCM, so let's select all of these and just move them over here out of the work surface and bring in the SVG. And see, it's just exactly like the other design. It's not grouped, so we just have to move the breads, the lettuce, the cheese, and the tomato. So whether you do it in SVG or FCM, it's the same thing. That's the way you create appliques from a machine embroidery applique design using Embrilliance when you've got more than one applique piece to be cut for that particular design. There's no need doing it 5 separate times to get each piece. Very quick and easy to do. Perfect FCMs and SVGs through this process. And if you've got Embrilliance Essentials, just give it a try and see if you like it like this. I think you will be very pleased. Thanks, and I hope you have a great cutting, sewing, crafting